viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel English by Puloknath. I am Puloknath, an assistant teacher of Purbo Barashat Adorsho Vidyapit. Today, going to discuss with you the poem Sea Fever by poet John Masefield. Before going to the text, dear students, we shall discuss just few lines about the poet John Masefield. Just follow the board. I have written some important points to illustrate the meaning of the poem. John Masefield was born in 1878 and passed away in 1967. He was an English poet, writer and poet laureate of UK from 1930 till his death. That is very important. Follow the phrase poet laureate. Poet laureate মানে আমাদের মাতৃভাষায় রাজকবি, অর্থাৎ he was patronized by the king of UK. রাজসভার কবি, রাজকবি ছিলেন 1930 সাল থেকে তার আমৃত্যু। আর he was the author of children's novels The Midnight Hawk and The Box of Delight. আমরা দেখি যে তিনি John Masefield has written two novels for children, namely The Midnight Hawk and The Box of Delight. Now this poem, Sea Fever, fever. Just follow the use of the word fever. What does the fever mean? জ্বর হওয়া, to have the temperature in our body. But here the word fever does not indicate the temperature in our body or a kind of illness or sickness. It indicates what? It indicates a kind of here it indicates the urgency of his desire to be at sea. This desire cannot be satisfied unless he experiences it. That means এখানে এই fever কথাটা বোঝাচ্ছে তার একটা অদম্য তৃষ্ণা, a kind of unquenchable thirst or indomitable spirit to be at sea again and again, time and again. He has gone to sea several times, yet he cannot resist himself from going to sea voyage, knowing very well different sort of difficulties, trouble and hardships are there in the sea voyage. Still he wants to go to that sea voyage, and that unquenchable thirst, indomitable spirit, that urgency within his heart is referred to as fever. Then তাহলে কি মানে হলো সি ফিভার এই কথাটা? সি ফিভার এই ফ্রেজটার মানে যে দাঁড়ালো his desire, to his urgent desire or his unquenchable thirst for going to sea or sea voyage. This poem also reminds us of the similar poem. I have written the poem, the similar poem of Gerald Gould, the poem Wonder Thirst, অর্থাৎ ভ্রমণ তৃষ্ণা. In that poem also the poet Gerald Gould has expressed his desire to be at sea or to go to that sea voyage again and again to explore the infinite universe. Here just refer to a line, two lines from that poem, and there's no end of voyaging. When once the voice is mistake there is when the voice is heard. For the river's call and the road's call and oh the call of the bird. অর্থাৎ সেই কণ্ঠস্বর, সেই কণ্ঠস্বর অর্থাৎ ঈশ্বরের কণ্ঠস্বর হতে পারে, প্রকৃতির কণ্ঠস্বর হতে পারে. Whenever he feels a kind of call from nature, the poet Gerald Gould cannot remain at his home. He feels a desire to leave his home and to go to that to different corners of the world. Here in this poem Sea Fever also the poet John Masefield expresses the same type of desire. That means he has a kind of desire within his heart to go to different, to go far and away, to explore the unexplored region of the universe, to explore the unexplored region of the sea, in different whatever are there in different parts of the sea, সমুদ্রের বিভিন্ন অংশে কোন দেশ, সমুদ্রের পরে কোন দেশ মহাদেশ কি আছে সেইটা জানার কিন্তু তার ইচ্ছা, আর সেইটাকে তিনি কিন্তু ব্যক্ত করেছেন। দেখো আমরা এখানে একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট, কেন তিনি এটা করছেন, why does the poet is expressing that sort of desire? Because the poet is adventurous by nature. 2 points are there. The poet is basically by nature is adventurous, and secondly he prefers a kind of nomadic life. Follow the word nomadic life in the sense je a kind of life of the gypsies, অর্থাৎ জিপসিরা যেমন ঘরের মধ্যে থাকতে চায় না, একটা জায়গায় তাদের থাকা পোষায় না, similarly the poet also does not want himself to confine within the limitation of our society, within the periphery of his known world. He rather wants to go beyond, to explore the infinite universe. The beauty and the bounty of this universe calls him. So again and again he goes to the sea voice. That is the basic theme, and that theme has been illustrated by poet John Masefield here in his poem. Now with this background we shall go to the text. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Follow the line. I must go down. I must go down to the seas again. Must indicates that he is determined to go. Must এটাই নির্দেশ করছে তিনি দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞ। Whatever obstacle, যে কোনো ধরনের বাধাই আসুক না কেন, he will definitely go to that sea voice. Seas again. Follow the use of the word again. Again suggests that he has previously gone to the sea. This is not the first time that he is going to sea. He has experienced that sea voice previously. So the use of the word again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Lonely sea, that means he wants to leave the hustle and bustle of his common world, his society, and he wants to go to that lonely sea. Lonely in the sense that there will be no disturbance, no human activities, only the infinite sea. So this is the lonely sea. And the sky, that means the vast sky will touch the horizon of the sea. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. What 2 things? Basically the poet John Masefield is asking for 2 things. এটা হচ্ছে a tall ship. Tall এখানে does not indicate a লম্বা জাহাজ. Tall indicates a kind of sturdy, strong ship. একটা শক্তপোক্ত জাহাজ that will be able to withstand whatever storms or other natural calamities may strike the ship in that long sea voice. অর্থাৎ ঝড় বা অন্যান্য যে কোনো প্রাকৃতিক দুর্যোগই যাই এসে জাহাজটাকে আঘাত করুক না কেন সেইটাকে সহ্য করার ক্ষমতা থাকবে এমন একটা তার শক্তপোক্ত জাহাজ চাই। তাহলে stall means sturdy, and the star to steer her by. Star means what star? Star here indicates the pole star. Pole star was in an ancient time, a few years back. A pole star was the only compass or only tool to determine the direction in that vast, boundless sea. So you may say the star was a kind of sailor's compass. I have written the point. The poet star symbolically suggests pole star. It is a kind of sailor's compass. Now here the poet John Masefield also wants the pole star to be his compass, to direct him in that boundless, infinite sea, to go, to reach to his destination. And the wheels kick and the wind song and the white sails shaking. আর কি কি তিনি চাইছেন? Wheels kick. Wheels mean জাহাজ চাকা নেই, হ্যাঁ চাকা আছে, এটা হচ্ছে স্টিয়ারিং হুইল। The ship has a steering wheel to just proceed the ship to its direction. Wheels kick, that means whenever the sailor or the captain of the ship just revolves, মানে ঘুরিয়ে দিচ্ছে, just revolves the wheel fully or half, what will happen? Up when he just leave it, it will again come back some way backward with a kind of jerking sound, with a kind of jerking feeling. This is called wheels kick. তাহলে wheels kick বলতে কি বোঝানো হচ্ছে? জাহাজের সেই স্টিয়ারিং হুইল, যখন স্টিয়ারিং হুইলটাকে কিছুটা বা পুরোটা ঘুরিয়ে দেওয়া হবে, what will happen? After that it will come back to some extent and a jerk will be felt by the sailors. That is called wheels kick. That is a kind of very sensational experience for the sailors. And the wind song, that means what? Whenever the ship will go forward through the wind, what will happen? A kind of sound will be produced as the ship will proceed, will go forward through the speedily blowing wind. তীব্রভাবে বয়ে যাওয়া বাতাসের মধ্যে দিয়ে যখন জাহাজগুলো যাবে, তখন একটা kind of sonorous sound will be created and the white sails shaking. সেই পালতোলা জাহাজের কথা বলছে, by the as there is a kind of speedily blowing wind, and in that wind the sails of the ship will shake. The poet also prefers these three sort of things. What are the things? Wheels kick, wind song, and the white sails shaking, and a grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn breaking. And what he again prefers? He prefers when he will start his journey, he prefers a kind of grey mist and a grey dawn breaking. Grey dawn breaking, it indicates that the time when the ship or when the poet is starting his journey is dawn. যে সময়টাতে কবি তার যাত্রা শুরু করছে সেটা কিন্তু উষাকাল, সেই উষাকালে তিনি তার যাত্রা শুরু করেছেন। আর at that time of dawn, a kind of grey mist is covering the surface of the sea, and through that surface of the sea, through that grey mist, the poet is proceeding. His ship is proceeding further. Then the second stanza is again starting, I must go down to the seas again. আমি আবার যাব ওই সমুদ্রে. For the call of the running tide is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. তাহলে the poet is again and again. The three stanza starts with the same phrase, that I must go down to the seas again, indicating or emphasizing the poet's urgent desire to go to the sea, to go to that sea voice. What are the things that are calling the poet? The call of the running tide. Running tide means the tide that is flowing, even tide, জোয়ার ভাটা যেটা বয়ে যাচ্ছে, যেটা জাহাজটাকে টেনে নিয়ে চলে যাবে, is a wild call and a clear call. This is a kind of wild call. This has a kind of attraction. Wild call means a kind of attraction that is wild attraction that can never be denied by the poet. He is saying very clearly that call of the running tide is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. The call of the running tide can never be denied by the poet. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying. This is another condition that the poet is asking for. So windy day, বাতাসপূর্ণ দিন. Why he is asking for the windy day? Because তার জাহাজটা তিনি বলেছেন পালতোলা নৌকা, white sails shaking. So he definitely needs the wind for the ship to go forward. The time is now favorable. The time is now conducive, মানে সহায়ক for the poet to start his journey at that time of dawn, because the day is full of wind. wind is blowing heavily. So this is very good time for starting his journey. So he is saying, all I ask is a windy day, and as the windy day, white clouds are flying. সাদা মেঘ কিন্তু উড়ে যাচ্ছে. As there is a windy, this is a windy day, so the clouds are flying and the clouds are white in color, indicating that this is very favorable condition. There is no chance of rain or any sort of inclemencies or কোনো প্রতিকূলতার কিন্তু এক্ষুনি chance নেই. And the plum spray and the blown spume and the seagulls crying. প্লাম স্প্রে অর্থাৎ ছিটকে ওঠা জল, যখন জাহাজটা এগিয়ে যাচ্ছে, the tip of the ship is striking with the sea water, and the sea water is just spraying and ছিটকে চলে যাচ্ছে আর কি. এটাকেই বলছে তোমার প্লাম স্প্রে. স্প্রে হচ্ছে জল, জলের কণা, সেই ছিটকে ওঠা জলকণা. And the blown spume. Spume means what is the foam? A foam is created when there is some wind and the water, there are waves. What happens over the surface of the water? A kind of foam is created, and when the ship is going forward, the striking with that foam, a part of the foam just goes into the air. সেই হ্যানার বা গ্যাজার কিছুটা অংশ বাতাসে ছিটকে যায়, সেটাকেই বলছে blown spume. And the seagulls cry. Seagull হচ্ছে শঙ্খচিল. Seagull is a bird that can fly a long distance over the ship, over the sea. So when he has started journey, he can listen to the call of the or cry of the seagull. Now go to the third stanza. The third stanza again starts with the same phrase, I must go down to the seas again, expressing the poet's determination to go to the sea voice, overthrowing all sort of danger or troubles. To the vagrant gypsy life. What sort of life the poet wants to embrace? The poet wants to embrace the life of a gypsy. Who are the gypsies? Gypsies are a kind of migratory race who leads a kind of nomadic life. That means তারা হচ্ছে এমন একটা রেস, এমন একটা জাতি who have no particular residence of their own, who has the freedom to go from one end to another of the earth, exploring different regions. So the poet, a born wanderer, a poet who has an adventurous spirit within his own self, wants to accept that sort of nomadic life or that sort of life of the gypsies, so that he can have the freedom to go anywhere of the world of his own choice. To the girls' way and the whales' way. কোন পথ দিয়ে তিনি যেতে চান? যে পথ দিয়ে সিগালগুলো যায়, যে পথ দিয়ে অর্থাৎ শঙ্খচিলগুলো যায়, আর যে পথ দিয়ে হোয়েলসগুলো যায়, মানে তিমিগুলো যায়. দেখো, both the seagulls and the whales are the creatures of the sea. The seagull goes over the sea through the mist, through the air, and the whale goes through the depth of the sea. The poet, in his sea journey, in his sea voyage, wants to experience both these. That means he wants to experience the journey over the sea, the inclemencies and the favorable atmosphere of the favorable condition of the sea waves, as well as the inclemencies and conducive state of the air. অর্থাৎ বাতাস এবং সমুদ্র দুটোরই সহায়ক এবং প্রতিকূল দুটো অবস্থায় তিনি উপভোগ করতে চান. That's why he is mentioning to the girls' way and the whales' way. Where the winds like a whetted knife. দেখো, বাতাস যেখানে হবে তীক্ষ্ণ ছুরির মতো. The wind here has been compared with a whetted knife. That means a sharpened knife. তীক্ষ্ণ ছুরির সাথে বাতাসকে তুলনা করা হয়েছে. Why? Then what sort of wind is it? It is the wind that is coming out of the sea have two features. The wind is blowing heavily as well as the wind is icy cold. So the comparison is with a sharpened knife. The heavily blowing, speedily blowing wind is cutting through the poet and his co-sailors, and so the poet compares the wind with the whetted knife. অর্থাৎ বাতাস যেটা সমুদ্র থেকে উঠে আসছে তা তীব্র ঠান্ডা এবং প্রবল বেগে প্রবাহিত হচ্ছে. So this comparison. And all I ask is a merry yearn from a laughing fellow rover. What does he wants? What does the poet wants? To just minimize the troubles, to minimize the sorrows, sufferings of that sea voice. He just wants a merry yearn, অর্থাৎ a joyful tales. While they are going through the sea, in that sea voice, the poet wants to listen a kind of merry tales from his fellow rover, অর্থাৎ তার co-sailor-এর কাছ থেকে তিনি একটা আনন্দময় গল্প শুনতে চান. And what does he also want? He also want a quiet sleep and a sweet dream when the long weeks over. একটা মানে নিশ্চুপ ঘুম এবং একটা মিষ্টি স্বপ্ন যখন এই দীর্ঘ যাত্রা শেষ হবে. লং ট্রিক্স ওভার, দীর্ঘ যাত্রা শেষ হবে বলা যেতে পারে. ট্রিক অ্যাকচুয়ালি মিনস দ্য আওয়ার্স অফ ডিউটি অ্যাট দ্য স্টিয়ারিং হুইল, অর্থাৎ ওই স্টিয়ারিং হুইল ধরে কিন্তু লোককে বেশ 7-8 ঘন্টা নাবিকদেরকে কিন্তু ডিউটি দিতে হয়. এখানে সেইটাকেই বোঝাচ্ছে. আফটার এ লেবোরাস ওয়ার্ক অফ ডিউটি অ্যাট দ্য স্টিয়ারিং হুইল, when he will get rest, he wants a kind of quiet sleep to energize himself again and a sweet dream. That is the poem, and I have tried to explain it from my perspective. I hope you have understood this. And one thing just to end, before ending, is that what sort of attitude of the poet is expressed through this poem. The attitude of the poet that is expressed through it is of an adventurer. An adventurer is not at all ready to accept defeat to the nature. Whatever troubles may come, he wants to go. Here also the poet John Masefield want to overthrow all sort of obstacle and go forward, because he has within his own heart an infinite thirst for discovering, for exploring the unknown region of the world. So he is even ready to accept the life of a gypsy, accept the life of a migratory people, so that he can freely move from one end of the earth to another to satisfy his quench for exploration. And so this is the poem. If you like this explanation of mine, please don't forget to make like and share to my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel English by Puloknath. Thank you.